Trigonometry, Chapter 5, Trigonometric Identities, Section 4, More Identities, Video 7, Sum to Product Identities. This series is based on content from Pearson's Trigonometry 12th edition by Lial, Hornsby, Schneider, and Daniels. In the previous videos, we derived and used the product to sum identities. In this video, we derive the sum to product identities. We will demonstrate this for one such identity and summarize the results for the remaining such identities. The sum to product identities apply to the sum or difference of two cosines or two sines. So cosine plus cosine, cosine minus cosine, sine plus sine, or sine minus sine. For example, how can we rewrite sine of A plus sine of B as a product? Let's start with the product to sum identity that results in the sum of two sines. In this case, sine of x cosine of y equals 1/2 times sine of x plus y plus sine of x minus y. First, let's double both sides. That will put a 2 on the left and cancel the 1/2. To get an identity for sine of A plus sine of B, let's let x plus y equal A and x minus y equal B, transforming the right side into sine A plus sine B. Now, we need to rewrite this x and y in terms of A and B to complete the identity. To do this, we solve a system of equations. Recall our choices for A and B. X plus y was assigned to A, and x minus y was assigned to B. This is a fairly simple system of equations to solve. If we add these equations, the x's would combine to make 2x, the y's would cancel, and on the right side we would get A plus B. Well, we practically have x by itself. If we divide both sides by 2, that gives us x equals A plus B over 2, or 1/2 times the sum, A plus B. If we subtract these equations, the x's would cancel, x minus x is 0. Y minus negative y would give us 2y, and on the right side we would get A minus B. Well, dividing both sides by 2 gives us y equals A minus B over 2. This could also be written as 1/2 times the difference of A minus B. Now, going back to our identity, which was here when we left it off, in 2 sine of x cosine of y equals sine of A plus sine of B, we can now substitute x equals A plus B over 2 and y equals A minus B over 2 to get our first sum to product identity. Sine of A plus sine of B equals 2 times sine of A plus B over 2, because that's what x became, or what x equaled in our system, times cosine of A minus B over 2, because that's what y was equal to in our system. First, sum to product identity. A similar process can be applied to the other sum to product identities. Remember how this was set off. We wanted an identity for sine of A plus sine of B. So we found a pre-existing identity that contained the sum of two sines, got rid of the 1/2 by doubling both sides, called these A and B respectively, and then proceeded to solve this system of equations to get the value of x and the value of y, at which point we substituted into our identity to get the result. And if we apply the similar process to the other sum to product identities, here are all of the results. The one we got was sine of A plus sine of B equals 2 times sine of A plus B over 2 times cosine of A minus B over 2. And the other three would be sine of A minus sine of B equals 2 times cosine of A plus B over 2 times sine of A minus B over 2. And cosine of A plus cosine of B equals 2 times cosine of A plus B over 2 times cosine of A minus B over 2. And the last one would be cosine of A minus cosine of B equals -2 sine of A plus B over 2 times sine of a minus b over 2. Again, this is a lot to memorize. And following with what I said in a previous video, this is not a set of identities that I have memorized, but I understand where they come from and I can rederive them as necessary. There is no now you try for this video. It will be in the next one.